Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Trying to set this thing up right. So, anyway, hi everyone. Let's see. Nikki was here early. Joe was in early. Scott, Mike's wave too. How you doing? I did check out your. I got your email. I did check out last night. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was supposed to go out with everybody, and of course, I fell asleep at I don't know 6 o'clock and woke up at 10 o'clock. So. That's just about normal for me. But of course, that morning I was up and drove all day. I got up at 4:30. I was up at 4:30 this morning too. So yeah, it's hard getting out of that. Hey, big guy 45, how you doing? Scott Ron says you're doing okay. We'll see when you get back. Um, let's see, Logan, how you doing? Going great. Tommy J, Andy, Sprock's here too. Tom's here. Cool. And I'm in Pattaya, in case anybody's wondering. If I miss somebody, I'll come back and do it. But I think I caught it. Robert Mack, I didn't see. God, there's a lot of people came in and got everybody. I think. Anyway, so went and met up with Jake and his beautiful wife. I think it is it Sampit. I think it's Sampit. I don't know. I'm horrible. And Tom, his wife, and met Daz for the first time, and Jake face to face anyway, and Jam, Meow and Jim. So it was kind of cool. We sat and I drank, sugar-free Coke or whatever the hell. But it was fun. It was a good time. But I was supposed to go. I seen that Jam this morning. I seen that Meow did a live stream from out there, but just with her, I didn't see anybody else. So I don't know what happened. There's Jim there. We played out late last night with Jake. And yeah, I when I did wake up this morning, I seen on one of the, I forget which one of the line deals is, Daz put up something at 10 minutes to 4 a.m. in the morning. So I'm imagining you guys was that what time you guys got back? You too, Jim, or did you get back a little bit before that? Or maybe he might have been home already. I don't know. It just seemed like if he was up at 4, more than likely he was still out. Saying good morning. Hey, Joe. Thank you, sir. Always appreciate it. Well, she will love it. She's right now, at 6 o'clock this morning, I think she called me on FaceTime, whatever it is. Online, I guess it was line, and she was going. She's got something with the TOT people, her work. She's got to go to a temple this morning for half a day, so she'll be happy. She'll probably be watching it. She likes to keep her eye on there. The last one that she got was 6,000 baht, I think, between all the stuff. So it adds up. Like I say, it may not seem like much when people do it, but boy, it sure is well appreciated. And it goes a long way the way my wife does it. I think this time she's going to go with, we were going to get another TV for the one that we got the 55-inch TV for. They needed another one, or they wanted another one. But now the Ubon, where the family land is, their school needs help. And they're really, I guess, don't have anything. So we're going to go there and check it out. So I'll let you guys know what's happening, what they need and want or whatever. So no, okay, 1:30. That's still too late for me, man. Like I said, I'm just not in tune to that. I just can't. Like my body just doesn't want me to do that. Go out. It's broke down enough from over the years. That's still late. For me, it would have been. Well, like tonight, I don't know what time we'll get done over there. I probably won't stay that late unless we're really having a good time, I guess. But I'll go to sleep at because it's Saturday night, so Richard has his show, Richard Travels, on tonight. He's got Lucas Rides for Kicks on. Hopefully he'll jump on. Maybe he'll see it. He's probably busy. He's usually busy the day of. I go to sleep at 7 o'clock and set my alarm for like 9:30 and take a 2.5 hour nap. And last week I did that, and I fell asleep before the end of it. It's a bitch getting old, man. I'm telling you. Hey, Clarence, good day to you. Glad you could stop by. Yeah, I am 8, 9 o'clock, and sometimes my wife she can't go to sleep and she'll lay in bed looking at that phone for 2, 3 hours. But most of the time we're in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock, gonna sleep by I am by 9:30 at the latest. Hey, David, how you doing? And I did look at the. I have a. I don't know if it'll come up on my phone. I don't even know if you get. There's got to be a way that I can put this app on my computer. I'm just such a nerd. Oh, I wish I was a nerd. I'd probably be able to do it. But I've got 6 cameras, 7 cameras at the house. I don't think they're working today, according to my wife. But let's see if it comes up and if you guys. Oh, kicked me right out of that. That was nice. Um, I see the backyard. It's going to be awesome. I don't know if you guys can see it that well. Oh, they are working today. He's got the line level out. That if you can see him, where are you? Crunch down because I got the blur on. Let me turn the the blur off. Where is that? And then maybe you can see it because it's kind of cool, man. It's that's the pond. They painted the bottom black. That's kneel down in front of the temporary pond, and he's got the level that I bought. And if you guys watch Craig, that's where I saw it. And it's so reasonable, 900 baht. Came in a nice case. Came with the tripod deal, and he used it at the end of this, in the end of the build. Now, what he was supposed to be doing, and I can't see. The pool is going to be approximately that same side, just this side of it, only about 40, not less than half a meter in between. It's enough to get in between there, and it's going to be almost as tall, but it's only going to be 1.4 meters. My wife wants to be able to touch the bottom. She's not a great swimmer, but he was supposed to paint the inside of the filters, and it doesn't look like he did that. And I don't know what he's shooting there, and what he plans on doing with the top of it. There he is. Were your ears burning, Richard? So he's got Ride for Kicks on tonight, and I'm going to try to stay alive. I'm imagining I'm going to go over. I think Jim and Jam's here, so Meow and Jim are both in here. They're right next door. I'm hoping they're going to save a seat for me, but I'll come over whenever you guys tell me. I think last night we kind of said like 1:30, right? Or 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock or something, or 2:30. You guys refresh my memory and I'll come down. The worst that could happen is I get to sit with a couple of nice people and have a sugar-free beverage. Let's see what you see. So let's see. I'm banned from your show for a week. Brock is. Hey, Nikki. How you doing? I thought maybe Nikki was sleeping, but she is here. Okay, cool. So that's the deal. If I could show that, let me show this thing again. If you can see it. I backed out a little bit. You can see the wall right there, and it's got actually a black bucket sitting at the bottom. Right mound of dirt right there. They're starting to level out and dig down, and the pool's going to be the exact same dimensions, basically just under 3 meters by 4 meters. And instead of being 2 meters deep, it's going to be 1.3 or 4. I got to put a tape measure on my wife and make sure she'll be upset if I'm putting that blur back on and it doesn't. There you go. She can't touch because she gets a little panicky. As long as I'm there and she can grab a hold of me, she feels fine. But for her and the kids to go in, and she like to feel safe. So doesn't matter to me as long as I can get in there and cool down. That's all I want. See you at 2. Okay, good enough. I'll be there too. I'm just gonna get what is it called? A bolt, I think, and just come down. I'm not gonna drive. Hey T, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Patty, how you doing? Why so deep? The koi pond, the fish like it. They like it. It helps with the body development of them to get a little water pressure on them. Same thing with sunlight, colors and stuff. So it makes a difference. You can keep them in that one temporary koi pond that you see back there. I had all those fish in there for 2.5 years, and it's only it was covered the whole time, solidly covered, so it didn't get any sunshine. But I want to say it's not a meter deep. It's less than a meter. It's probably 2.5 feet. I don't know what that is in meters, but it's not very deep. But for body development and stuff, they like it, and stable water temperatures too. In the earth down a little bit has a tendency to keep the water a little more stable in temperatures. Fish don't like koi, especially. They don't like any kind of swing in anything. They're tolerant to a bunch of water temperature, to a bunch of pH range, everything, but they don't like swings. Like it could be 7, or it could be 7.5, or it could be 8. It could be 8.5. It could be anywhere in there. But as long as it doesn't swing, they're fine anywhere in there. They just don't like drastic change, quick changes. They don't like that. I don't think I even said hi to Scott. Did I miss you? If I did, hey, Scott. See you guys soon. Going out for breakfast. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll see you. I'll be there too. She's saying hi to Tom. Hi, Nanette. How are you? Glad you could stop by, as always. I'll bring my own food, Tom. So I'm looking forward. They're moving right along. Like I said, my wife at the temple. Should have brought a scissor. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'll be able to put fish in that. If he gets that painted, I'll probably wash it and then fill it. And I'm not gonna try to tax the water system there on that little 1/2-inch line coming into my house. So I'm gonna order probably 2 big giant water trucks full of water and have them come out and fill it up. And then I'll treat the water, and probably by the end of next week, I'll probably have fish in it, which is awesome. And I want to say by then, probably have at least the slab, the foundation for the pool. And I'm going to say within 2 weeks, probably the pool will be done. That end of December for having everything done is realistic now, in my mind anyway. Hey James, how you doing? No, I'm in your neck of the woods. I'm hoping I'll see you guys this afternoon. I'm over at I don't know, I'm right up the street from the Wombat. I forget the name of the place. But yeah, that's all I have to pay extra if I you don't want to see this in 1080 anyway. But though I do pay for StreamYard. That's why I don't have the logo up there. I have my little picture. But to go to the next level, it's like way too much money, and it will get you 1080 and a couple other little things, but nothing I'm interested in. But yeah, it's always been 720. Mike saying hi to James. James saying good morning to all. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, now it's went away. But I didn't think he was going to be working today. And then I got 3 guys I see there. Pond's good and black inside. Looks like they're going to do the inside of the filter boxes. So I can watch them and scream at them if they do anything wrong. But it looks good. The fish are going to dig that 5,000 gallons of water. Because you got to figure the deal that they're in right now is 1,000 gallons. So they're going to have way more volume. So they'll like it, because I like to have a lot of fish anyway. I don't know, that recipe that Nikki did with the chicken, what was it, Chinese? I don't know, but it'll sure look good. I'm a big sucker for that. That's another thing that Maybe they have it here. James would probably know if they have good Chinese food I'm used to from the States. That's the only thing I have to gauge it with. I've never been to China, so I don't know. It's like saying from here, but stop stalking your workers. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's so insane, man. Like I was saying the other day, with the new exchange rates and the workers, 400 baht a day is $10.50. If I did the calculations right at 38 to the dollar, it's 10 freaking dollars. So I got to give. I always felt bad. I've got a big. My wife's got. I told her I want to do something for them for New Year's and Christmas. Even though not a big celebration, a big bonus deal. I don't know what. I told her do whatever you want to do. And I'll probably double it because she's always on the conservative side. Hungry Panda has some Americanized Chinese food, but mostly traditional Chinese. Yeah. I'll have to check that out. There's so many places here I want to eat. What do I do when I get here? I get here late, so I miss everybody went to eat. Tom and Mitch and everybody. I got here at 1:00. I just don't like driving in the dark. It was a 6.5 hour drive for me coming from Surin anyway. So what do? I get here and I order Burger King and get a Whopper and a sugar-free Coke. But I have been trying to eat good, but that isn't going to be here because I really want to eat some good food, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to or not. Mexican food, hopefully, is what I'm hoping for. So I know I guess I'll see Alex there, but he had said that there's you guys go on Taco Tuesday to went to 2 or 3, I guess, good Mexican restaurants. So there's Uncle Craig. My guy's using. I was just watching him on the pond, and he's using that level. It was like he didn't want to use it at first. It was like he had all his strings all over the place and all sorts of crap, and then all of a sudden he kind of took it and said, "I'm going to fiddle around with it." Is the translation I got out of it, and now he's using it for everything that you could possibly think of. Taco House, enough said. Okay, cool. Thanks, James. I'll definitely check that out. Hi, Verna. How are you? But that thing was amazing. I can't, even though I'm not going to use it, I want to get him set up with stuff. So, because, I don't know. There isn't much more I can build at my house. After the pool goes in, there isn't going to be room for nothing. I'll have to send him out to Uncle Craig's place so he doesn't get hurt anymore for $10.50 a day. There's absolutely no reason in the world for me to pick up any instrument that could injure me or for me to climb on any rickety ladder that could injure me. When I was growing up, everybody that was old like me now, they broke a hip, and I don't want to be one of those people that on Facebook, hey, did you hear Uncle Dave broke his hip? He broke his damn hip, and I'm not going to do it, so I ain't taking no chances. And it's insane. I got to make sure that's right. I think I've done the math on it more than once, but if we went with 400 divided by 38, $10.52. You can't see it because I'm on blur. $10.52. Unbelievable. Now, I know Craig does it. Craig does it because he likes it, and that's awesome. But me, I don't want to. I'll go out and point and tell them I sat right on that porch and watched them completely build that pond, and I probably stopped them from doing something stupid 50 times since they started. No, you're in the wrong spot on that. No, we got it. No. And paper there to draw because my wife was at work. So I and me with Ty, forget it. So I found that a pen and a piece of paper were quite good, and they did everything perfectly. In fact, in my videos, I think I say it too much that how what a good job I think they're doing, and they are. Did I miss anything? If I missed anything, guys, I'll come back and get it. Scooter, I got the electric hot rod. It's awesome. I want somebody to drive it. When I was here, I had to jump on it again, and you'd swear the thing had like a little small block in it or something, and it even sounds like it. When you mash on that thing, it pushes you back in the seat. It's freaking amazing. I'm still in total awe of that vehicle. I told my wife that you really like that MG truck, and boy, she didn't want nothing to do with the MGs when we were looking. She said they're junk. They're junk. I said, well, I don't know. James has been driving pretty much everything here in Thailand, out and around, and not just down the block. And he said, "Them trucks, good." I'm gonna believe him. Yeah, definitely, James. If I wasn't gonna drive it down there. Maybe if I get up, maybe if I get down there early enough. One, I don't want to lose. I'm right across the. I'm in a high rise. I think it's a 5-star deal right down the street from the Wombat, and we're right on the whatever that frontage road is there. Right across the street's the beach, and the parking spot that I have in their parking lot doesn't look like they have a lot of parking. Maybe they do place else, but not where I'm parked. And I don't know if I want to do that, but I think everybody's going around somewhere. I'd like to have some people drive it. I really am impressed with the damn thing. Hey, Dowlow, how are you? Everybody's saying hi to everybody. But yeah, and I think I put 1,000 baht. I don't know. I haven't figured out what it gets. It's got a 3-cylinder, I think, Nissan, I guess, motor that charges the batteries. But I put 1,000 baht in the gas tank. It was still had a little bit of gas in it, and I still have enough, according to what it says there, to go another 300 kilometers. And I think the trip over here was 500 or 600. So I don't know. Whatever it was cheap. And I put it runs on 91 on regular gasoline, so it's a little bit. Probably would have been better if it was a diesel, I imagine. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, sir? Glad you could make it. But yeah, I'm really impressed at it, and that intelligent cruise control, where car pull over in front of you, the car slows down by itself, and then as the car picks up speed, it picks it back up and goes to whatever you got was set at originally. So you don't have to do nothing. It's kind of awesome because the truck don't have nothing. That's the only thing with my wife buying that truck a long time ago. She took really good care of it, but it's a freaking 5-speed and no cruise control. It's a good truck. Don't get me wrong. 4-door. I think it's 2010 or 12 or something like that. But I don't know. I like automatic. God, I'm lazy and old. Really, really pathetic. So, but yeah, I wanted a couple people to drive. Well, I'm gonna take it to. Even if my wife doesn't go to Thanksgiving, I'm gonna drive it to Pachua, so I can have a bunch of people evaluate it there. Chuck he's a car guy. I'd like to see what he has to say too. Yeah, no, it sucks. It isn't. We've driven it back and forth to Koh Chang, and a couple of other road trips. And being on the open road, it wasn't horrible. But you get run into someplace like Bangkok or Pattaya or any big place, it sucks. Yeah, but I know the reason my wife bought it, because it was probably 3 baht cheaper than the automatic. I'm not 3 baht, but it was cheaper than the automatic transmission. That's why. I know that's why. I never asked her, but I know that's why she bought it. Yeah, no manuals. Jim's got it. That truck that Jim has is pretty nice too. I don't know. Did you drive one of those, James? One of the Fords? Fords look pretty nice. And I think I saw Tim in here. Tim's still in there. Did you get your pool put in, or the hole in the ground made bigger, or what? I'm curious. I haven't talked to you. I got to talk to you again anyway. Yeah, no manual. My car's a manual. Yeah, and a 4x4. I don't know. Is that one that you had was, or you still have it? Was it a 4x4, James? That MG? Hey, off the hook. How are you? Glad you can make it. Oh, yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Uh, yeah, it's a nice truck. Nice truck. I didn't drive in yours, but no pool yet there. Okay, you wanna race or bet who's gonna be swimming in their pool first, you or me? I haven't even dug the hole yet. They're just starting to dig the hole today. We'll put big money on it, like 10 baht or something. But we'll do some we'll do some gambling too. Hey, Mark, and everybody congratulate Mark on 1 year anniversary. Was it yesterday, Mark? I don't know for sure, but congratulations. She's probably going to leave you and take your house. She's a very patient woman, probably 30 to 40 years, so you'll be like 85. So just prepare yourself now. Anyway, congratulations, my friend. Um, yeah, it does look great. That's what I would have built if I would have had the land. I would have definitely built a two-story house, and it probably would. I think they're about the same size, aren't they, Tim? I think they're square foot or square, whatever meters or whatever. It's about the same. But I don't go upstairs. Everything I built it so that I could live downstairs. But you're very welcome, my friend. Um, but let's see, Nick. Honda's forever. What is it? The Honda Accord. Yeah, I had Accords and stuff. Honda even when I was younger, you just couldn't kill them. I mean, I hate to say it, their quality control and everything out of anything Japanese is top freaking notch, man. I can't. Yeah, you're absolutely right, both of you. They do last forever. And you know what else that I found that was actually close to that was that Saturn that I had. What year was it? A 98 or a 99? I drove it back and forth uh, to work. My daughter drove it to high school. My son drove it to high school. And I mean back and forth to work 5 days a week, 50 miles each way, 100 miles a day, 500 miles a week. And that thing until my son decided to, when we got into go kart racing, speed shifting the thing, although he never admitted it. And he threw a big gear through that transmission. I ended up having the transmission rebuilt, and I drove it for another 3 years. So I had a friend of mine that worked at GM in the San Fernando Valley, and when Saturn first started, he was a bigwig, or they wanted to make him a bigwig in the new plant wherever they were in the Midwest or back east. I don't even know. And I kept in contact with him for a couple of years, but haven't talked to him since. And I think mine was a '98, but he during that time after being there a couple of years he said this is a fantastic car. You can't get much better for transportation. I would put it up there against the Honda, the Accord that I had. It was an older one too. I haven't had any of the new ones. And I forgot to ask, how's the sound and everything? Sound all right? This high dollar microphone that I have. My traveling mic and the mic that I have at home are the exact same one, except this one's on a little tripod, and it sits in the backpack that I take whenever I go. What is it? 4.3. I missed something. How are you saying? How are you going to visit our place? Yeah, I know. I can make it up the stairs. Actually, going up is easier for me than coming down. The knees are unstable, so it's harder for me to actually go down than to go up. Except going up, I'm just too damn fat, but I can manage that. But that not knowing whether that thing's going to buckle on the way down is a little bit scary. Okay, what do the Americans do now? Why so important for you Americans to try to be polite? Americans like to say sorry. If you be nice, you don't need to to say sorry. You're probably right. You're probably right. There's no reason half the time. Hey, you know what? Probably the way that I was brought up, especially with elders, and a thing that I think that most of the kids have lost completely is respect. The politeness, I think, would be more on the sorry side, but respect, they're losing completely. I don't know the way it is in your country, but the kids have no respect for anybody. And I was brought up on respect. I I want to give it, and I want to receive it when I believe I deserve it. But yeah, I need to say sorry. Hey, it could be sorry, Patty. Pretty good, James. I like that. Another sorry from Dave. He's an Aussie. See, it's an Aussie. It's not just an American thing, Patty. Yeah, it's almost gone, right, Aaron? I mean, my kids, I think, were the last era. They're like in their late 20s, early 30s, that are respectful. They were taught respect, and but all the ones, the younger, right behind them, nah, I don't know. Kids here in Thailand know it. My daughters know it. Uh, and especially towards elders, because the Thai people believe we're special. So I guess the older I get, the more special I get. Uh, I say sorry to Mike. That's probably a good thing. Don't forget, it's Meetup subscribers who subscribe today. Special appearances by Mark. Yeah, see, Mark's going to be there. Uh, is that what my wife said? I don't know who you are or how to even pronounce that. Maybe T is still here. But my wife went to the temple. She said it was for work. They were going to give a bunch of money. TOT, the government, or now NT, we're going to give some money to some people, underprivileged type stuff. But they were doing it at a temple. Maybe it's a temple day. I don't know. Now James isn't going, Mark. He'll go if you're going to bring your beautiful wife. So he'll make that. He'll make that. Uh, well, that's a Datsun. That's a word you don't hear very much anymore. Loaded it with icebox, Pepsi, and water. Ours cooking's 200. Yeah, I like it. I wish that I could afford to do a car here. The last one that I did a car was a 55 Chevy 2-door hardtop. But I couldn't even do that in the States anymore. They're too freaking expensive to do there. But I was thinking about an old Datsun pickup or something, finding something like that and making a little, I don't know, something. It would give me something to do. Of course, now I probably don't. I just don't have any room. I wish I had places like Tim and um, Craig. They got room to do stuff. I don't have room to do shit. Although the lady across the street where she let me, I paid her 4,000 or 5,000 baht for the year, and I put a cover over there to park the truck under. She said, "Go ahead and use the whole property." So my father-in-law, grow whatever you want, banana trees, vegetables, whatever you want to grow. Have a field day. Really a nice lady. So yeah, lasted forever. Datsun made some. Well, they're Nissan, right? Before Nissan was Nissan, it was Datsun. But and then the 280, what were they? 240Zs. Well, those are the ones, they're worth money now, right? 260s too, I think, and 280s. But I can remember the 240s. You could buy them for nothing back in the day. Of course, that's the way it was with most vehicles. My mom had a 78 Datsun pickup. Yeah, a lot of my friends had Datsuns. They were good. Steve Martin voice. Need about 100K spent on panel and paint and interior. I hope it's 100,000 baht, right? Not $100,000 US. I always wanted. I don't know if you guys know what. Well, the English people here will know what the Morris Minor is. I had a Morris Minor when I was a kid, and they made a Woody, and another one that I was. You could buy those. not too many years ago, you could buy those at reasonable. I had that, and I had Metropolitan Nashes too. My cousins now got the convertibles and the hardtop that I had. He brought them off me when I got rid of them years ago. But I always wanted to do one of the Woodies, the Morris Minors. That was the one I think I told the story a couple of times that I had when I was in high school, and you could start them in the front with a crank, little 4-cylinder, and at the parties and stuff we would go to when I would leave, and everybody's hammered. Boy, they just falling on the ground laughing with me out there starting this thing, cranking it. Hey, Ron, you're back. Expat Paul, how you doing? Good morning. Morning to you. Yeah, I don't know. I know that Chuck did a couple of videos where in one of his travels that somebody had a whole bunch of old Datsuns and excuse me, trucks and stuff in their side yard, backyard, or someplace he was walking next to a hotel. It must have been that he was staying in, and he had mentioned something about trying to maybe do one of those up. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool, I think. I learned on a Morris Minor coupe. My dad taught me. Yeah, Morris Minors, man, I dug them. They were fun. And then the one that I had that I used to, it handled one of the best little sports car production sports cars was the Jensen Healy, not the Interceptor, the one with the V8, but they only made them for 3 years, I think, 2 or 3 years. It was a little MG type drop top, and it had a 4-cylinder double overhead cam Lotus motor in it. I think it was 2,000 cc's, but it was an awesome motor. The only problem is they were belt driven on the outside, and if you busted those belts on, there were 4 valves per cylinder, and if you busted one of those belts, you got every valve in the damn thing. They were pretty much useless after that. But a hell of a vehicle as far as it handled very nicely, very nicely. And Bronk is here. I have a question. Where's my beer? Hey, I think he's here. He's not coming here today though. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to eat that Vegemite crap today. Right? Don't they have that at the Wombat? So I know I'm gonna get sick, but I said I would try it. So last time I was here when I met Mark, we didn't have any. I don't think. Maybe everybody will forget it. Picked up one for $300 and I was going to rebuild it. Use as a service truck. Ended up selling it to one of my guys for $500. Lord, I'm Morris Minor. Hey Peter, how you doing? Glad you could make it. You did a short on the Datsun. I found part on 2/3. Oh, really? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'm a big Volkswagen guy. Right now, I have what year is that? A 66 Volkswagen. It's got some rust in it. A pan needs to be replaced, but it also has the crank sunroof in it, factory. And I bought it from an old lady, and it had 26,000 original miles on it. Motor ran like a top. Hadn't run in 10 years. I started the thing up in a separate gas tank, and things started right up. Carburetor wasn't even gummy, nothing. Thing ran perfect. Still up on the property that I sold my nephew. They're worth some money nowadays, and they're worth a lot of money here in Thailand. Of course, all cars are. Here's a question. Dave, excuse me if this bounce. Are you doing a? No, I was going to, but I'm not going to. I think that Meow is going to do one. I think so. I'm not gonna. I was going to. Tom isn't going to be there, which is a bummer. He's got to pick up one of his buddies from the airport. But he said if I did one at 11 o'clock there, and I thought about doing that instead of the 9 o'clock this morning. But I'm going, man, that's going to make for a long day if I'm there at 10 o'clock setting up, getting ready, and then this thing starts at 4, and who knows, maybe it rolls into 8, 9, 10 o'clock. That's going to be too long for me. Hey Joe, thank you, appreciate it. for extra Vegemite. No, they've already told me. Brock told me it's just a very thin coat butter, very thin coat of the veg, not a big heaping. uh, David, you need it thick to get a full taste. No, I'm not going to get sick. I'll throw up. It's easy for me. It'll just come right back up. There's a big Johnson meat on China on the 14th. Really, normally about 500 Johnsons. Wow, wow. The one on the one on the 14th. When am I going to be going? We're going to be going to Pachuap Curry Con. But that when is Thanksgiving this year? Does anybody know off the top of their head what day it is? I want to say it's like the 23rd or 4th or something. I could possibly be up that way. I'll have to see what happens. I'd like to go. I haven't went to any shows or nothing. 65 bucks. I should have bought some buses. I've been messing with Volkswagen since we were chopping them up for, Baja bugs back in the 80s. And I really like the older, stuff, 67 and earlier, and the buses too. And at one point, 25 years ago, I wanted to get a bus, and I could have afforded to buy it. I couldn't afford to buy one now. There's no way. Or if you bought something that was semi reasonable, they're so full of rust it would take you forever. There wouldn't be a piece of the thing left after you replaced all the rust. But I really liked them. I almost bought one. I was this close to buying one. It was what do they call them? The 4-door trucks. The Volkswagens have those flop down sides. I forget what they call them. But I really liked those. I wanted to drop it, of course, and then put a big motor in it. But it was just going to be just a cruiser around town up where I lived in the high Sierras. Nothing long distance or anything. What about Volvo? I always wanted to know the Volvos that I saw. There was one, I can't remember the year, that I really liked the Volvo, just even though they're boxy or whatever. But the other that I wanted to get that I never did was the Citrons, and I don't remember exactly what country they came from. They had the automatic leveling deal on them and stuff, and those have gotten quite expensive now too. Nutella with Vegemite. Am I going to get sick on this Vegemite, James? Did you taste it yet? And I heard it's real salty. I'm not supposed to have salt. You guys could be killing me. I'll take Nutella. I'll try the Nutella instead. Is that an option? Do I get an A or B choice or no? Tommy, happy Thanksgiving. It's going to be a fun Thanksgiving, I think. There'll be a hell of a lot of people there. But it sounds like it's going to be a bunch of fun. The turtleback. That might have been the one I'm thinking. I can't remember what years they were. They were obviously the older ones. Anything that was old, I liked. Even the old Corvairs, the turbo ones. My uncle was a big Chevy guy, and he did a couple of the rebuilt a couple of the turbo Corvairs. They're pretty. One of them was a convertible. It was a pretty nice car. Anything old. I liked anything old. Don't make us Tommy. Don't make turkey. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the turkey. I know Chuck had said something. I think last Joe bought it, and he bought a butterball, and I want to say it cost him like $1 million. And I don't remember exactly. It was real expensive, and it was cooked. And I think Chuck had just mentioned that in the video that they won't let it into the country raw, so it had to be cooked and then frozen and sent to Thailand. So I don't know. Turkey's turkey. I do miss it though. It was a good Thanksgiving. I had a brand new 71 Bug Mountain Gold, but got a T-bone at an intersection by a state trooper. Yeah, the thing with my friends. One friend, I mean, I was lucky. I got pulled over a bunch of times young. Should have never been drinking and driving. And every time they let me go, all my friends got busted. One in particular, I think he got six. It was either 6 or 8 502s, and he had a they were newer Volkswagen to me, a mid 70s or something like that Volkswagen. And what he liked about it is he could beat the fenders off of it, and then on Monday buy 4 new fenders for it and put them on, have somebody paint them, and thing look brand new again. They were really easy to unbolt those fenders and change, as long as you didn't hit a door or a quarter panel or something. If you just beat the fenders off of it, which most of the time he did, and most of the time he was drunk. But let's see. The other friend in my village is jealous of my Datsun. He bought a new Fire Ranger and another one car, but I bought my Datsun the entire time. Came to look at it. Yeah, it's really weird. And I was saying this. I don't the the people here in Thailand. Everybody that I've met so far are just great people. I mean, it's hard to explain. I mean, it's one of the reasons I'm here or stayed here was due to the people, the culture, and now, I mean, like I said, I still say there are still people out there talking about Thailand is not the place to go and not the place to retire, and I say, bullshit on that. Come here and check it out. Stay 3 or 6 months, and see what you think. Like I said, I'm a gambler. 95.5% of you are going to stay here, at least for a long time. I've been here 4 years, and I'm not even thinking about going any other place. And I still don't see a scenario of me going back to the United States. I don't see any scenario in my life. I'm not a huge turkey fan. Would rather have a spiral ham. That's the way you're like my wife. This one, what we ended up doing for years and years and years, just me and her. Okay, we never had we were always out in the boonies. Okay, and so we'd cook a whole turkey and a whole ham, and usually honey baked. We would get from down in Fresno, and after it was done, granted, you could have, a week later I was sick of turkey sandwiches, whatever, and the ham. The ham was good. You could eat with breakfast with whatever sandwiches. But what we decided to do last, I want to say close to 10 or 15 years, we got a 3-bone or a 4-bone prime rib and cooked it for both Thanksgiving and Christmas. And what we would do is we'd cut a big deal off the prime rib and still have 2 bones left, and I would shave it thin, and we'd have French dip sandwiches for the next 4 or 5 days until we were sick of them. But we did that for the last 10 or 15 years. I can't remember exactly, but it was a good idea. It was just me and her, for Christ's sake, But I after that, I did kind of Jones for some turkey and gravy, But no. Big Guy says, I'm almost at my 800 sub goal, so I'm very excited about that. Well, if you guys aren't subscribed, please give Big Guy a boost, whatever we can give him from here. By all means, go over. Somebody will post his link or her link. I don't know, but I think Big Guy 45 is probably a guy. I just saw you, I think, over on Mike's live stream. That's why I started this one at 9, and then I was watching his, and he had popped in when I did my test, and I asked him, and then he said, "Oh yeah, Dave, usually an hour, but now an hour and a half, 9:30, so you can start yours at 9:30." I go, if you would have told me that yesterday before when I asked, I would have put it up at 9:30, but I wasn't going to go in and change it again. I'd already changed it 3 times traveling, so. But I think I saw you there. Yeah, exactly. That's why I do it. I mean, when we were sitting at the table, and Jay there, and Jim and Meow and Daz and all, I'm looking just at that 5, 6 people and their better halves. It's like I would have never met these people. I would have never met James. I would have never met Chuck, Joe, Mitch, any of those people. And for the little bit of abuse that I have to take, man, bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'll take that percentage, that less than 1%, way less. Like I said, everybody I've met's just been superb, and that's what I'm looking for, big guy. That's why I want to get more subs. I'm stagnated right at 1,800, and it probably isn't going to go much higher than that. I just can't see people. We don't. We're not a travel channel because James does it too well. Chuck does it too well. Joe does it too well. I'm sure that Jam's going to do it. Alex does it well. What the hell am I going to do? Show you this apartment. I mean, this hotel I'm in. I would do that, and I might do that. I haven't done it yet, though. Didn't vlog anything on the way here because I'm a driver, man. I get in the car, take off. I was here in 6 hours and 15 minutes and stopped once for gas, and that's it. And then ate when I got here. So I'm not, what am I going to do? Sit there, hi, look here's some more road. I just don't see anything in that. So I don't think I will. But the reason that I do want to is meet more people. I'm going to meet a lot of people today, I think. I think there's going to be a lot of people. One of them with his beautiful wife will be Les from Retired and Living the Dream, I believe. How you doing, Les? Sing about being YouTube. Yeah, exactly, James. I mean, a bunch of good people. Right? I'm going to say 99.9%. Just awesome. It gives me something. I'm retired. I'd be sitting in Sarin staring at four walls, I mean, I'm sure I would have eventually met somebody, but I haven't even went into Sarin still. I'm still waiting for Bobby to move here from Rancho, whatever he is, in California. Him and Jai. So hopefully they do. But I believe Les is going to be there. And there's going to be, from what Meow and Jim said, there's going to be a crap load of people there. So they're talking about not getting a seat and all this. I can't stand. If I don't have a seat, I'm out of there. My knees ain't gonna let me stand for an hour. It just won't happen. I will probably eat there though. I think last time I didn't have the burger. I think James did, and I had their whatever it was, 99 baht pasta and chicken wings or something. It was good, but I'd really like to have some Mexican food. Okay, thanks. I have to go. See you. All right, Les, we'll see you there. Les guy. Looking forward to seeing him again. They don't know what Thanksgiving is. It's a American holiday. Celebrating the discovery of America. Yeah, so celebrating what we did to the American Indians. Just kidding. Like I said, everybody's got their beefs in this world, and I think that the American Indians got screwed the worst out of anybody. There was a couple of good close seconds and thirds, but I think the American Indians got raped. But that's why anytime when I was up in the mountains, they're building casinos and everybody's trying to fight them. And what do you fight them? Let them do whatever you want. Build them every 10 feet on their reservation. Make as much money as you can. Plus, it was a nice place to go, and you could have their big, giant, awesome buffet for $2 or something. So anyway, there's my rant for today on that. But yeah, that was my agreed. Don't worry. Steve's gonna take care of you. All right, cool. They're nice people too at the Wombat. I'm looking forward to going down there and relaxing, seeing everybody. I'm actually looking forward to having a cocktail. I'm going to have a cocktail. I saw Daz had a Mai Tai sitting next to me when I was eating my hamburger, and that looked pretty good, but he said it didn't taste very good. I'm one of those guys when I want to drink and I feel like I'm on vacation. That's why I got this place. Paid a little bit more for them, but I'm looking right out my window at the unobstructed view of John Tiem, the beach area. But I'm a foo-foo drinker. Give me a pina colada or something like that. Some foo-foo. I call them foo-foo drinks, and I'll drink one or two of those today, and then I'll be done and back on my. I have now graduated, and James talked me into, instead of drinking all the Diet Coke, which I did drink yesterday. How the wife has case upon case of soda water, and I like lemon better than I like the lime. She has a hard time sometimes finding the lemon, at least in Sarin. Hey Marco, how are you? Thumbs up, thanks. Got to run. All right, Logan, you have a good one if you're still here. It must be like Australian Day or Indigenous, called it Invasion Day. Yeah, I'm sure the American Indians probably call it that now here too. But like I said, I mean, I think they're trying to, I just don't think they should be fought on anything. Just let them do whatever they want. Of course, they do it. On I know that pisses off people too. Oh, how come they can go and take 500 salmon out of the river, but I'm not allowed to take any? And how come they don't need tags to go shoot elk and kill deer and eat, whatever they want to do? It's one of their perks for losing everything, I guess. I don't know. That's why I live in Thailand now. Uh, yeah, and I used to live on the zero, and I had the zero with the burger that I ordered from Burger King. Came all the way here and ate Burger King. But anyway, then went downstairs after that first glass. They didn't have it. All they had was uh, Coke. What's the other one in the silver can? They taste different. The zero and whatever the other one is. Somebody will hit me up and tell me they taste different. I don't know if they use different sweeteners or whatever it was, but it gives me that satisfaction or that um, feeling that I'm drinking some kind of carbonated Coke or something by drinking the soda, and it tastes fine. So once in a while, I'll have it. The old lady will get a couple of big bottles when they're on sale and do it. But for the most part, now it's soda water, and then breakfast scrambled eggs and 4 or 5 little wedges of avocado and sliced tomato. So I have been eating better. So we'll see what comes out in the wash when I go to the doctor's on I think on my birthday, 22nd of December. I'm saying just telling them that why they don't do Turkey Day in the Philippines or Thailand for that matter. I see. Uh, so later today, Mark's saying, where'd you go, Mark? There you are. All right. I will. What time are you going to get there? Are you going to get there a little bit early, or are you going to come at 4 o'clock? I'm going to get there at 2. Leave it at that. You don't have to tell anybody what time you're going to be there. I know people are buzzing me in the back. Don't tell them what hotel you're in. Don't people know where I'm at. I'm not really a hard person to. You see me walking down the street. I'm pretty distinctive here in Thailand. Um, yeah, crazy, insane. I remember the first time at Barrett Jackson, the first time one for $1 million or some kind of crap. I can't remember. Maybe it was over 100. I don't remember. Now it was probably over 100, and I think that they've went up for $1 million. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And I could have bought those back in the day in the states for a decent one years and years and years ago, $10,000. With something running on the road, not completely full of rust. But those days are gone. But yeah, that was the one to have. That's for sure. What was it, 23? Was there a 21 and a 23 window? Can't remember. I think there was a 23. Somebody will know. That's a worse fanatic than I am. My mind's mush. Scares me a little bit on the Alzheimer front. Dave and Seren, we did a big turkey day every year in Angeles City. And that's in Philippines, right, James? I'm thinking. I still haven't been to the Philippines. I'm looking forward to going. Chris, who I haven't seen in a while, hope he's okay. Um, eh, I think we're going to go over on a 7-day boys week out when he gets in here and gets settled down. Who's got a beautiful day? I don't know where Nikki lives, man, but that's some awesome area that Buddy gets to run amok in, man. That's awesome. It's beautiful there. One of these days, I will. It's on my bucket list, Nikki. Come and visit you. Say hello, take you to dinner or lunch or whatever you guys want. Take everybody you got there, and Buddy. We'll find a dog-friendly restaurant that you want to go to. Sophisticated. Uh, Windsor. Is that where you're at? Is that a name of the town? It's gorgeous, man. I don't know how far that is from wherever you live, but it's got to be fairly close if you're running Buddy over there, unless you're throwing him in a car. I don't know, but yes, that's what I thought. 23 and 21, right? Yeah. 23, I think, was the one that is worth more. But I know they started even 20 years ago. They started the tops off of them, and there was a company making 23 and 21 window weld-on tops for them. If you're going for the look, I mean, why not? You couldn't afford to buy them 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Could barely afford to buy just a regular, split window bus. Insane. That's cool. Yeah, Buddy is. In case you guys don't know, Nikki, she's got a dog that she really mistreats. You have to go watch her videos. She's that poor dog. She just she tortures that poor dog. Of course, I'm kidding, but we'll go watch Nikki's. Did I put it up there? Go watch Nikki's videos. She needs to watch ours. But still want to leave the country. Yeah, I don't know. I'm that way too, Mickey. I wouldn't. Right now, I couldn't even. I don't even know where I would go. I don't know what I would do. First off, I got my wife now. My life's here now. According to some people, she's going to take me for everything I've got. But little do they know it's the opposite way around. They're not smart enough to figure that out. But I don't understand my wife. I mean, when I look at myself and she wants me to live forever. And I said, but you'll be changing diapers and I'll be old and drooling and stuff. You want that? Yeah. I'll change your diaper. I'll take care of you. And it's not that I look at her going, you're lying. She's telling the truth. The woman will take care of me until the day I die. And it wasn't a thing that I said, oh, I'm going to go find a Thai woman. Hopefully she'll like me a little bit. I'll marry her and she'll take care of me for the rest of my life. It was never, I didn't know much about Thailand. When I first came here, I didn't even know what a bar find was or what the bars were, the scenes were. I'd heard stuff about Thailand, but I never checked into it, never came. I was on my own mission back in the 70s and 80s, running around Southern California. But, it's amazing. They're just unbelievable. And I said it a million times, I give her this much love and I get 200 times over, and the family's the same way. And for all the people that don't know it, I'd build a house tomorrow for her right out of my pocket. And everybody else could go to hell. So, but that's I don't know what I would do. I know James was in the Philippines. I know a lot of people had liked that as an option. I know right now, I think that isn't the dollar strong against whatever the Filipino money is? I don't know what it is, but I think it's strong against that too. And Vietnam too, I heard. I guess the dollar is strong against everything. But I didn't look at let me give you a little insight today on my little app that my wife put on the phone because she wants me to buy her gold, of course. But gold now, 29,550 and 37.245 for the Thai baht. I just transferred some money yesterday. I think it was 37.6, something like that. It'll jump up after the weekend. I imagine it'll probably go up to 38 again. All right, let me get back to this. But to get back to that, I don't know. I'm a lucky bastard. There's just no other way to put it or say it. Can you get taken? Yeah, it happens in the United States all the time. Go ask a bunch of guys who've been married for a year and a half and are divorced. Like I said, just be intelligent. If you're going to come here, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. And when I figured I was just coming here to croak, I was going to come here and just, maybe party a little bit and live life to the fullest. And if something happened, then I'd be dead. I had a pretty full life. But now I want to bring it out to people out there. If you got what you lost your partner of 30, 40, 50 years and you're 60, 70 years old, there's still some good life left. Uh, and there's a lot of very, very good Thai women that, to me, like I said, it's always been a little bit weird. I think I'm 35 in this pea-sized brain of mine. I think I'm 35, 40 years old. So my wife looks perfect for me, as long as I don't have any mirrors in my house to see this. So I think that'll be the new thing. No mirrors in the households. But and they're just grateful, and they're not looking for somebody that's got $100 million. Like I said, biggest thing they want to know: are you retired? Do you have a pension? Uh, and if you do, that's, like I said, if you're bringing, let's say you got a decent pension from Joe Blow or whatever, and it's 2,500 a month or something, and then you get your Social Security, that's another 17,800 a month. That's a lot of money to them. That's basically what I get, about 5,000 a month. But um, I don't spend near that. But you can have a very good life here. This is what I'm saying. So if there are people that are going, oh, my life's over, which was me 4 years ago, 5 years ago. My life's over. I spent 30 years. Hey, I had a good run. I've done everything that I pretty much wanted in my life. It's time to get to that end of days thing, and whatever happens. And now it's like, man, I really want to live a little bit because of everything that she did for me. And she stuck by me in the hospital when anybody else would have bolted. We'd only been together 8 months. She was talking about selling her truck and selling her mom's house to keep me alive. I mean, how do people do that? I mean, she's just extraordinary. And was there 3 times a day for 2 months straight. Actually, longer than that, 3 months. When I went to the private room after they pulled the tube out after 2 months, she was there for a week straight, and then she had to go back to work. And her mom and dad came over in the afternoon. Didn't speak a lick of English, but watched after me, because the private rooms, in case you don't know it, here, you got to have somebody staying with you. The nurses are there outside, but they want you to have someone there the whole time. I ended up getting when my wife wasn't there during the day, I had the nurses that were in the ICU at 500 baht. They could come in at 8 o'clock when my wife would go to work, and they got off early, like 2 o'clock. And then her mom would come between 2 and or 3 and 5 or something, and then my wife would come back. So she did that. And like I said, and it wasn't like, because people get out there, and I'm talking about other YouTubers and stuff, and say what idiots people are, and what a moron you are if you build a house and want to start a life with somebody, and you're a moron if if you have their Thai family or your Thai family live there. Well, they can all kiss my ass, okay? And if you're stupid enough to not be able to figure it out, then you deserve to be taken. If I get taken, hey, I deserve everything that I get. But am I going to stop it? Hell no. The stuff I get back, I mean, her mom and dad were talking about selling their home. Their only home that they have here in Thailand, to keep me alive, because they couldn't figure out how to get a hold of my family, how to get a hold of my bank accounts, nothing, just thoroughly amazing. So that's my rant on the people that want to talk bad about people that marry and build homes with Thai women. Like I said, that's my rant on that. So if I missed something, put it back up. Oh, Jake's here, I see. Let me go back and roll back a little bit. I guess there's a lot of us in this channel. You got Mark, you got Brock, and Brock's wife's patient as hell. She's been with him over 30, 40 years, and she's still waiting to take the shit he's got, right? But yeah, it's funny stuff, Aaron. Like I said, does it happen? Sure it does. It happens all over the world, not just here in Thailand, so hey Douglas, how are you? Thanks, Nikki. I like them virtual hugs. Let's see, did I miss anything? Nikki, I'm in Texas. Jake, how are you? I got to meet Jake and for the first time, and uh, good man. I knew that before, though. I didn't have to meet him to know he was one of the good ones. That's for sure. Uh, but man, you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't want to get on a tangent. Hey, Ann, how are you? There's Scott. I think I forgot to say hello to you earlier. I did say it though. Hey, Scott. Douglas is here, and I'm kind of caught back up. I don't think I really am. When I was ranting, if you guys were asked me something, put it back up. Flatty, uh, and I can see your wife's more beautiful in person than on the couple of times that I seen her in the background on when we've rapped in the past. Uh, but I'm looking forward to spending time and talking with you guys. I hope you. I know that like Jake and Brock, and Jake is in one of those deals. Like now, just in case anybody didn't know, my mom, my brother put her into a assisted living. I think starting today. He moved. We had talked. He had got a hold of me and said this is what we need to do. So I'm going to have to trust what he says, which I do. But you know, Jake and then Bobby was and Mitch was, and you know, we have ailing parents that you should and you know have a responsibility for. So he'll be here on and off. I think Brock had always planned on. He basically they've lived in Australia, so he's got all sorts of grandkids and all sorts of stuff happening there. But I think he's on a like 3 month, 6 month, 3 month, 6 month type thing. He's in here. He'll talk about it, I'm sure. Let's see. I've done a lot of stupid. Really? Me too. Yeah, using me for my while. Exactly. That's one of the other ones. All right, let's see, Tim. We're talking about iRacing stuff. Okay, you ordered this AM heading to get a few computer items today. Okay, cool. I'm ready, man. Kick away. Well, when I get back home, I haven't used it in like 2 weeks or something. So I'm ready. We'll have a bunch of fun. We'll have to do some kind of a tape thing and we'll show everybody on here one day, me and you out there farting around for a 3-minute clip or something, if I can figure out how to do it. Dave, sending prayers. Thank you very much, Douglas. I appreciate it. She's always was she's 90, strong Italian woman, and now she's got paranoia, like, she's like timid, and my mom was never that way, boisterous, tell you right to your face that you're fat, you're ugly, and just a typical Italian mother, at least what I was used to, and totally different, and on and off. Sometimes she'll be on, sometimes she'll be off, and at this point, I guess she needs somebody to take care of her. So, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. And so just now I woke up 7:14 a.m. No work. It's you're off. All right, cool. Thanks, Ann. People in the Philippines are great supporters of everybody around. So, everybody saying hi. What I did when I got here, I was watching 20 Seconds of Thailand, Rob. And I liked Rob. He was okay, but I liked what I was seeing behind him being Kamala. And so when I went to Kamala, spent 2 weeks, came back home to an empty house. It wasn't like I felt weird. It wasn't like, oh, my wife was a ghost and floating around or something. If anything, I felt really at ease there, but I was alone. And the thing that I didn't like, and I said before on here, but you probably didn't hear, is I don't sleep very well. And for that period right after she passed, for as long as I was in that house or anywhere, as that matter of fact, I would wake up 10 times, 15 times a night sometimes. And every time I woke up for that split second, I thought she was alive, and it freaking me out, every 10 times a night. So I just said, after I got back, I said, nah, screw it. I was going to wait till January. It was the beginning. I'd already had a place picked out there in the 2 weeks I was there, and took off the beginning of November, packed up my suitcases and threw him on a plane, and for 4 years. And the man that owned him and his wife, girlfriend, whatever she was, but a coffee shop that I became friends with, he was American, and still lives in Udon now. And I got introduced to her through them, and we were on line for 2 or 3 months before we even met, I think. And then we met and immediately knew that, or I did, she did. And I said, I guess I'm coming to Surin. You want to move out? Or you want to move into a house? I said, sure. Go get one. Go find one. She found one empty. So we had to have it painted. And I bought all my furniture and everything. And then had my scooters shipped from there to Surin. And I've been here 3.5 years, I think, now. And it was awesome. Got married 2.5 years ago, and then had the ceremony less than a year ago. I wanted to get married legally because one of my the last retirement that I have was transferable. I could take a less amount of money, and when I die, she gets more than she makes now for the rest of her life. So now I sleep real well at night. But that's about the best way, I think, of meeting people. If you have that option, is through friends. Like my wife, every time I go someplace, her girlfriends, they're all 40 years old, 42, 41, 38, 39. You find me a boyfriend, you find me a friend, they don't care about age, man. They just they want someone to love them, they want someone to take care of them, and you just got to find a good one, and you should know. I know I did, not that I was looking hard, but I mean, like I said, if you met them and you're talking to them online and you've known them for exactly 37 minutes and they want 10,000 baht, maybe you better go to the next one. If and there's nothing wrong with the dating deals either, certain ones, but you have to be a lot smarter there. If you're getting introduced through friends of a friends and they're out in Nissan and working hard and and that type thing, like I said, the only thing you got to be prepared for, and I'm a stickler on it, it's part of their culture. If they're paying their culture, they take care of their mom and dad. So if she's out working and she's giving her mom and dad 10,000 baht a month, and you want to come in and sweep her off her feet and go tour in Thailand and having a good old time, you're going to have to give her mom and dad 10,000 baht. And it's just the way that it is. But I did kind of find out, I never had to do that. My wife works. She stayed working. I couldn't get her to leave her job. She's been there 20 years. It's her second family. But meeting them, and they're all, all the girls that I met that she calls sisters, they're either good 20 or 30-year friends, or they're actual family, cousins, that type of thing. And they just want to have a good life, They've been screwed over. The only good thing with the 40-year-old, if you're not into it, I'm into the kids. These kids are my kids now. But if you're not, they're 42 or so, more than likely they had the kids when they were 18, or so. So they're 21, more than likely out of the house, I guess is what I'm saying. Or they're with grandma and grandpa. So if you're not into children, 40-year-old is a good, that early 40s is a good age. And they're gorgeous. If you're into Asian women, I think Asian women are some of the most beautiful on the planet, not taken away from anything else, but I think the Asian women are gorgeous. Like Mexican women can be too. I guess every race has their beautiful women. I just like Asian women. So, okay, I rambled again, so I hope I answered your question, Mark. But like this, I know the situation you're in. If you're locked into grandkids, and we will, when I get back home, I'll write you back, and we'll definitely come on and rap about everything. But I know it's hard when you got grandkids and stuff like that. But I know that my kids, and I would hope that they would want me to enjoy my end of days. So like I said that with Bobby and his dad, I'm sure that, and the same with Jake and his parents, they would want you to have, they wouldn't want to be abandoned, never see anything. Or, don't get me wrong, but I would want, my parents to have a good end of the day, not worry about, me or whatever, or my kids not worry about. But if that made any sense, I don't think it did. But you get what you get. You catch my drift. But it is hard. I am perfectly content because it's been like over 3 years since I've been back because of all the crap that happened. But once I get back on a deal, it'll be 4 months here and 2 weeks back in the States visiting my grandkids, my mom, my family, my friends. 2 to 3 weeks every 4 months. And if you can afford to do that, and like I said, I looked at the airfare, especially where we're going, where you are, Mike's, is February would be when I was going to go because they're jacking them up right now. $850 EVA Air round trip from Bangkok to LAX. So if you can afford to do that every 3, 4, 5 months, whatever you can get along with. During the meantime, FaceTime and stuff. But I think you had said in that, I didn't get to see all of your deal. I'll look at that again and I'll try to. But I think you said that they're only right up the road and you still don't see them that much, right? And that's the way it was with me. My son and all my grandkids were 3 hours up the road, and I think they were at my house twice in 15 years. So so it's all relevant, But if you're like, I know my cousin, she, her granddaughter, she's basically raised and sees her every day, so she ain't going nowhere. So, it all depends on what you want. But here, there's a lot of opportunities, especially if you think that, like I did, I would have 4 years ago, if somebody would have said, you're going to find somebody, fall in love and get married. I said, yeah, get out of here. You're full of shit, but it's a true fact, man. And I can honestly say, do I still love my wife? Yeah. Do I still have love in my heart and stuff for my wife now? You bet. But one's gone and one's here. But yeah, definitely, I wouldn't trade it for anything, no doubt. Is Alex here? There he is. I'm going to get to see Alex this afternoon. Of course, I don't know this new name change. Hey, Alex, how you doing, brother? Oh, see, I'm going to be up there about 2:00, I guess. Probably get something to eat while I'm there, and then I guess there's going to be a bunch of people there. I need to sit down. I'm fat and have baddies to stand up for an hour. Video looks great, Dave. No, it's still the same one in my, what is this, MSI? And everybody said that. I don't know why. Every other laptop that I've had, it seems like, oh, let's see, this one, they've got everything except they all have piece of crap cameras in them. And this one, for some reason, doesn't. It's 720, but it does it. It looks pretty good. And that blur helps, too. Blur helps it makes it look a little bit better. And then I should have my microphone a little bit closer, but I was ranting for a little while about what a good life I have here in Thailand. Yeah, you bet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Miley too. You're not bringing that dog, are you? I'd like to meet the dog too. And I think they're all talking about going to eat somewhere tomorrow. It's not Mexican food, so I'm a little disappointed. But Tom set it up, so said it's pretty good food. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so some of the ones are good. This I don't know what it is. MSI. I spent less on this gaming laptop that does my 4K, does all my editing, no problems, no nothing. I spent less on that than I spent 6 years ago on this iPhone 8. So it was just right around $1,000. So and I bought it here in Thailand from a computer store, not even from Lazada or something, right in town in Surin. So we will see. Of course, Blue's coming. Cool. I'll have to bring a treat or somewhere, save a piece of my lunch. All right, Tim, take it easy. I'll talk to you. I'm going to probably, how long has it been? Almost an hour and a half. Wow. Did I miss anything? Did you guys ask any questions? I've never flown them, but the one that I did look up was, in fact, let me use my deal here again because I want to check anyway, see if it changed. Last time there was China Air and Eva, and I think that's how you say it, right? Let's see if I can find it. Where is JustFly.com, February 2nd to the 21st of 2023. But I heard it's a good airline. Let's see if there's any flights left, because there was only a few, and then it went to, and I won't fly China Air. It's being slow, but anyway. So, come on. That's because this one's on the Wi-Fi. I'm actually, the Wi-Fi here sucks. I'm actually doing that off of the iPhone 7. I'm tethered to that. That's how I'm doing this, because it's better than the stuff in this hotel. I really love the hotel, but the isn't any good. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard ANA is good. China Air, China. That's all I flew when I first came here, because I was going back every 3 months. I'd do my visa, and then I'd fly back. I said before on here, and my mom lives right outside of LA. I'd stay with her for a few days, and I would. They had a deal at the embassy, the Thailand embassy in LA. Get there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Drop off your passport with all the paperwork. They look through your paperwork. You're there maybe 15 minutes. They take it all. You come back at 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's all done. Boom, stamped, done, over with. Pick it up and go. Same day. And then I would go about, going up north to my house and go about my stuff. So it was awesome to do there. But I always China Air China, whatever the one. But this time was the first time that I've seen them actually advertising Air China or China Air on Just Fly since 3 years ago. So it's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I didn't really care about the plane. I felt okay, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I looked like somebody that killed numerous Chinese people or something. But when I got off there, and I'd have like sometimes 8-10 hour layovers, I never got so many dirty looks and stuff in my entire life. And I don't like to. I can only go out about how it happened to me. I don't know, but they just didn't like the way I looked, and they were rude, and I don't know. I'm horrible, I guess. But so that's one reason I don't want to fly anymore. I don't want to go to China. And this thing's not coming through, but we'll let it spin for a while. But I think it was $850. That's round trip to LA. And we had talked about this the other day, because people had said going to Texas. I know Chuck said it was like 2,100 or something. It was like an outrageous amount of money, So I don't know. Hey Maui, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I was going to sign off, but I'll stay here. Yeah, Emirates, I think is I think they're the best of the best. I've never flown on them, but I've seen some YouTube videos on their class of flying, and it's definitely top notch. That's for sure. But I think they charge you for it too. You're not going to find anything there for under $1,000. Probably not under 2,000. But yeah, everybody. We talked about that too. Jake was on there and talked about the experience he had, the experience that Daz had, and the experience that that Jim and Meow had. Everybody said boom, 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 and Brock too, right through. Didn't know what is it, DM6 or whatever that card you're supposed to have, and stapled in your thing. Like, no, that's gone. Everything just show us, yeah, boom, boom. 5 minutes, you're done. Unless there's an inrush of people, then, and we've talked about that before. I think it's all relative. If you get 20 planes came in at the same time, then you're going to wait a little while. But for those three, Daz, Jim and Meow, Jake, and Brock, so they basically walked right through. Aaron saying hi to Alex saying hi to Aaron, Ron saying hi to Maui. It's a great channel, isn't it? Oh, this thing ain't coming up. It's driving me crazy now. I'll give it one more try. But and mainly for me, I want and see, because I'm going to have to go, especially if my mom's in there. I don't think she's going to last long. She ain't going to like. She ain't going to like being. She's been on her own forever. She didn't remarry. She's been single for 40 years or something. I don't know. She's not gonna. She's not gonna dig being in there. And it wasn't cheap. My brother sent me a thing. I think it was 57 or 5,800 a month, and then depending on if she needs extra pills or has to be helped out of bed or has to be have meals brought to her, whatever it is, they just keep adding on and adding on. So I don't know. My wife sent me a video. I don't know what that's about. Probably from the temple. Maybe I should take a look at it. We'll see here. Is it a long one or is it a short one? Minute and 55. Wow, that looks like a lot of people. Hold on, let me see what this looks like here. Wow. Now, see, I think that these here, I'll show this to you guys. It's only 17 seconds long. So let me start it over again. Now, how do I do this? Me being the master that I am of share the screen. Okay, where are you? Windows. There it is. Share. Can you guys see that? I think you can. Can you hear it? See, them in the yellow and that blue is all colors for TOT and CAT. Well, now NT. So they were giving a bunch of money away, I think. They're dancing machine, these Thai people. They know how to have a good time. I will give it to them. They have some fun every place I've ever been. Oh, I guess it's a minute and 55 seconds long. I lied. Oh, look at everybody left. They didn't want to see the temple. Okay, we won't. We won't torture you anymore. Anyway, let's see. Jake say coming through in case BBK is very easy. No TM6, just a passport, boarding pass. Register your fingerprints and done. Barry says prettiest flight attendants, Singapore Airlines would marry any of them with their masks on. Or cool. It's a good job, I think. I think they really fight to get those jobs, at least in Thailand. Anything they make, like my kids, they want to come to the U.S. The reason they want to come after they're out of school is they want to work. I mean, they can make serious money compared to here. All right, guys and gals and everybody else, thanks a lot for coming and spending an hour and 35 minutes with me. And I'm going to take a nap, an old man nap. And what time is it now? It's only 10:30. I'm not going to go up there until I'll call the bolt about 1:45. So everybody that's going up to the Wombat, I will see you there. Everybody else that's subscribed, the new subscribers, there've been 17 the month. So thank you for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's try to build it, get to meet some more people, which we are, because some of these names in here are newer ones, which is awesome. That's what this channel is all about, is try to keep it clean, try to keep it positive, and have a bunch of fun. And 90% is probably Thailand. The rest is whatever anybody wants to talk about. So let me get over here. And Richard travels tonight. He's the one that did my intro and my outro. That's why I'm bringing him up. He did these for me. Richard did. Great guy. He has Ride for Kicks Lucas on tonight. I believe it's 10 o'clock this time, Thailand time. So figure out your deal. If you haven't ever watched the show before, I would highly recommend it. It's a good show. So I guess that's it. I'll do the outro, and I will catch you guys on the next one, probably from my house. We'll see you later. Have a good one.